All right, take two because kid called as soon as I started to try to record. It is actually okay. I'm recording for day 25 for May 17th. Um, this is Saturday morning, so my agreement with myself is that I record Saturday morning instead of Friday night because my kids have like a standing appointment in my bed Friday night. They get to sleep in my bed because they always want to, and I don't let them most of the time. Whew. So, okay, May 17th. Yesterday was um it was very powerful energy yesterday. I was on fire. I was just in the flow. I was creative. I was going. I had my kids here. My daughter had her boyfriend over. Like it was busy at my house, but I got so much done. I was just on fire, right? Getting through stuff very, very quickly. And I love that energy. That's my usual energy, and I haven't been there a lot for the last couple of years, so I really enjoy being back in that energy. And I am finding that I'm heading more towards that on a consistent basis lately, so I'm super excited about that. Um, and it just is proof of the alignment, right? Of the momentum that's building and everything with suspending disbelief. So I'm super excited around that. Um, and then just also celebrating and being grateful for the flexibility that I have made a possibility in my life. So yesterday, we were planning to just be at home, and I had like just popped a chicken in the oven and all of these things. And my mom reached out and said like, "Hey, come meet us for a movie. We'll treat you guys to a movie, and um just meet us there at this time," kind of a thing. And I was like, well, I just put a chicken in the oven. She's like, well, you could take it out. And this is my mom. And you guys, I used to always be this flexible too. And I haven't been for a while because my ex wasn't. So I got into this habit of not being flexible. And um I went to being like expecting to have a detailed plan all the time. And that's not actually my energy. So um, it kind of brought to light that I need to work on that is something that I need to get back to, is that flexibility, that ability to go with the flow, which is very much in my nature, my natural state is to do that. So I am going to kind of bring that to focus for myself, bring that into my focus, that I am a person who can go with the flow, and I don't always need to know the plan. And one of the biggest things that has been coming up on my spiritual awakening journey over the last couple of years, is this need to let go of control, this need to just flow and just be going with the flow and allowing, and not trying to control everything, and not needing to know all of the how and all of the details ahead of time. Um, so that is something that I've been actively having to fight myself on for the last couple of years. And this just kind of made me realize, like, my mom has always been this way. We just kind of like, let's get up and go. And I I feel like it stressed her out to be that way, but my entire childhood she was that way. So I'm not sure if it was her natural inclination, but it has been mine my entire life. And I've always felt comfortable with it. I'm not scared of the unknown normally. I'm not afraid to leap, as most of you who know me know. And I'm not afraid to just like, okay, let's go. Let's do this thing that we have zero planning behind. Things might all go wrong. Like, who cares? It's just like, go have fun, take life by the horns, whatever. And um, yeah, it just really brought to light for me that I had, gotten stuck in his energy, in that sense of like having to have a plan. And if I don't have a plan, then I just don't do anything. And um, it makes so much sense why I felt so stuck now for the last couple of years, that I've just been like, no, I need a plan. And Spirit's like, no, you need to not plan. And um, we've been butting heads over it. And anyone who has ever accessed my spirit guides knows that my spirit guides are like, shut up and sit down and just go with the flow. Like they're very, um, they can be very sarcastic, and they're always telling me that I already know the answer and I need to figure it out myself, and I need to just flow, and I need to let go of control and all of these things and have patience. And um and it's just like, oh yeah, okay, now I get it. Like this is just another layer of understanding. I mean, I've understood that I needed to let go, but this is another layer to the understanding that actually letting go is my natural state. And I've been stuck in this need to control state for the last like 12 years now. Um, from when I got together with my ex and started being sort of under his thumb, under his control, right? And I mean, I was my own person, but I also, he very much made it so stressful to not have the plan that I ended up always having the plan, right? It stressed him out so much to not have the plan that um, kind of bent to his will in that sense, and was like, fine, we'll always make sure there's a plan. And I hated it. I hated that structure. And yet it became habit for me. So I am grateful, number one, to be free of that. I'm grateful, number two, to be aware now of how I've been resisting my own energy. And I'm grateful, number three, to be set free of that just by that awareness. So super excited about that as well. And I was then able to, like, we went to go see this movie at this time that she had chosen. And it ended up being that there was like only single seats left. So even my 3-year-old would have had to sit alone. And I was like, no, like that's crap. We're not doing that. And we went to a later showing, and we just kind of hung out for a couple of hours and had dinner and all of these things. And I think my mom was expecting me to be like, well, that's not going to work. I'm going to have to go. Like, it's too late for the kids. It's too, because this has been where I've been stuck for so long now, that I think she almost expected that. She was like, well, I don't know, like that's pretty late for you and the kids, and she's not usually the one to worry about that kind of stuff. So it made me really see it, right? To be like, no, we're good. Like they'll be fine. They can sleep in. It's okay to have a late night once in a while. And I always was like that before. And I do absolutely prioritize my kids' sleep, like beyond almost anything else. But I'm okay with it being on a flexible schedule now and then. And I hadn't been acting like I was okay with it for a really long time. So it just brought some awareness. And I think in a really healthy way, that flexibility is really important. The ability to just flow with it and allow and enjoy the moment. And then also gratitude for, they bought us supper and paid for a movie for us, and we got to go out and have that experience and just have fun. Um and nothing in my life was thrown off by it at all, right? And of course it wasn't, because I've designed my life that way. And yeah, just really loving that I get to be back in my own energy of going with the flow and doing things in the spur of the moment and having that be okay. So yeah, that is what I wanted to share about yesterday. And I will be back tonight with an update for the 18th, which is Jupiter Kazemi, I think is how you say it, is like a very rare event. And it is supposed to be today, the 18th, is supposed to be the most powerful, positive, fantastic day for like energy wise for the entire year, for manifestation purposes, for all of that. So really looking forward to today. And Um, can't wait to update on how that goes tonight. So I will talk to you all soon.